that there are the guiding principles, and how do we keep them alive, and how do we live that to the best of our abilities, but also being open to being guided, being refined, being chaffed, being polished, and yet somewhere to see the harmony and the beauty within and out, and to be able to listen to that voice. That's what I'm being left with. But I'm also curious to just see is that we've talked about appreciation of everything, but what is that one practice that each one of you has where you are harmonizing, or where you are living up to being able to harmonize, to create this beauty in your own personal lives, or maybe in your workspace? And what could you share from your thing? What is that one practice that you unfailingly say, no, this is what brings in the element of Mahalakshmi. This brings in the lens and the perspective for me to see beauty. And when I'm not there, I bring that practice, I bring that awareness into the fore so that I'm able to ground myself into it. Anything that you may like to share?
Repetition, a repetition of cleansing the space, inwardly calling upon any form that connects you to something that's higher than yourself. And it's like uttering the word Om. If you utter it just one time, it may just be a nice sound, but if you say it many times and you go Om, 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 it starts to grow and become larger and larger, and it becomes, wider and wider, and you have more and more the feeling that it envelopes everything in space. So also my broom does that. When I'm brooming the room, when I'm brooming the garden, and Sasikan looks at me because I'm always cleaning. But it is the removing of obstacles, also in the subtle physical. It's not only in the physical. It's also cleansing the mind and emptying out. It's also making space for the new. And it's that repetitive gesture of everyday gestures in life. And they're very simple. They're not complicated. We all do them already. But if we start becoming more conscious of them, and we start calling in more and more the elements of light and love and joy, they become more a vehicle. These gestures become more a vehicle to invite that harmony, that balance, that beauty. And it's really through the repetition. It's not just by doing it one time. You have to repeat it again and again. It's like polishing something. When there's dust on the table, you polish it. And you do it again, and it starts to shine. It's like the matter starts to speak. It's like the matter is being acknowledged by your energy. It's like you're giving acknowledgement to the other. You will fall apart if I don't love you. I will fall apart if I'm not loved. They have proven scientifically that if you do not caress a child in its youth, this child will not be able to harmoniously develop its faculties. It will have even mental retardation and cognitive retardation and disabilities in even just doing simple tasks in life. So the acknowledgement and the rhythm and the repetition and the joy and the love,
Thank you
they
so
all
much.
add for the healing, no?
Yeah. Thank you so much, and I think it's